Hello YouTube, how y'all doing this lovely evening? All right, so a couple of days ago I ordered an Apex flat advanced trigger for the P320. So after I bought this trigger, I wanted to put it on my P320 compact, right? So it's one a little better trigger feel than this because my Xcarry had the flat trigger on it, so I kind of wanted the same feel of it. So got the trigger in and I looked and I said, you know what, I should put this trigger on my Xcarry, this is one of my favorite firearms in my collection. I've been wanting it for a while and I finally got it, found it at a gun show, and I decided to buy it. So I put that Apex trigger on there and I asked myself, I said, hey, what should I do with this flat trigger right here? It is still a nice trigger. So I decided, I said, hey, I'm going to put it on my 320. So I put it on there a couple of days ago, tried it out. I haven't taken it to the range yet, but I really think I'm going to go this weekend and try it out. So first things first is I want to clear a weapon. Make sure there's no magazine, no ammo. Good to go. Simple P320 takedown. Best thing I love about it is you don't have to pull the trigger in order to take the slide off. On this portion, to take this fire control unit out, one thing I like to do is I like to push right there just to give it a little nudge and take this out. Another thing we end up doing that I learned after trial and error, because I kind of almost broke these little pieces right there, was to take your trigger, push up on your trigger, your fire control unit comes right out. So when I first installed this Apex trigger in this Xcarry, it took me about 45 minutes to get it in. The biggest portion of it was this little spring right here kept kicking my ass. So through trial and error, through a whole bunch of YouTube videos, I found an easy way to do it. Now, the biggest thing is you want to make sure that this spring, that you don't bend this spring and mess it up. You can easily go on Sig and reorder the part, but it's the fact of breaking this and having to order it and wait for the part to come in. So the easy way I found out was to pull your trigger bar down and out just a little bit. So that releases it from its groove. Take your trigger, you pull your trigger straight up and it comes out. So I'm gonna set that right here. I'm going to take this flat face trigger off the Xcarry. I'm going to slide it in and I'm going to line this trigger bar up in with that. So when you put this trigger in, you want to make sure the trigger is lined up in this groove, this hole right here, lined up in the hole, and it is forward facing as far as it can go, that is going that way. So got it in the hole. Try to keep your finger on this piece right here as to not lose it. Pull forward and then just kind of ride it back into place, just like this. Oh, not lined up in my hole properly. All right. So when I did this the second time after I got the trigger, it took me all of like 3 seconds to get this trigger back in. So here we go, just like that. So you want to check to make sure, for one, I didn't bend this spring, and you want to make sure everything functions. Your trigger bar moves forward. Everything looks okay, smooth and good, no issues. So put it back in. It's fairly simple, same P320 as always. Nice reset. Very little take up. And again, nice reset. So I think installing that Sig, factory Sig trigger on his P320 has actually made a big difference in the fireability of this firearm. I like it. I'm going to take it out to the range this week and see how it goes. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.